Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is James Caldwell for spillitboy.com, and you know what? Let's just get right into this. This is season 3 of R&B Divas LA, and it's episode 1. Now, all the girls weren't even on this first episode. All we actually had was Lil Mo, Shantae A, and we had Chrisette Michelle and Miss Chalet. They were the ones that were there. Claudette Ortiz is not coming back. Leela James was actually out of town. She's on tour. So she'll actually be back later in the season. And then we have a new girl, and her name is Brave. And she is actually from the group Rich Girl. And we'll actually talk about them later. She's gorgeous. She's like a really exotic beauty. She really, really is. I loved that group, that Rich Girl. I really did love them. But I really say that what actually happened with them was that they were a carbon copy of Destiny's Child, and we didn't need a carbon copy of Destiny's Child. Because it was her, it was Brave, it was 7th Streeter, and then there was 2 other girls. Gorgeous girls. Gorgeous, and they all could sing their faces off. But again, we didn't need another Destiny's Child, so I think that's kind of what happened there. But anyway, moving on. We'll talk about Brave later whenever they come on and debut her on in. Basically, on this episode, all they were really doing were really catching back up with each other. When we start off, Miss Chalet is actually she's come out with a book telling about her suicide attempt and all of this stuff. And she seems to be doing so much better. She really does. She's doing a whole lot better. She seems a whole lot more centered. Of course, you know, that face is beat. She had her hair snatched up, and that face was beat. She had, it was like, basically, it had pictures. It was just a whole little, like, it was more like a museum type thing. Like, she had all these different pictures from her life, like her lifeline going on. And it was really nice. Really nice, soft music. You know, people really just walking around, taking a look. It was nice. It really was nice. And that's where the girls actually met. They all did actually show up for her. Shantae A is the one that I'm going to talk about the most here, because Shantae is in like a 180. You know, you guys know I gave you all a hard time with Shantae, baby. I said something ain't right with her from the door. And I've been fussing about Shantae's ass. But I'm willing to give Shantae another chance. She really is reaching out to apologize, to squash the shit that actually went on, as she's trying to move on. And I believe her. Now, for right now, unless something else happens, and I was really rough with her, like, honest to goodness, I have to say, you guys know, if I'll tell you in a minute, and I'll apologize. Well, I'm not going to apologize about anything I said about Shantae. She was a motherfucker. And the second season, and the first season, she was just gearing up. But second season, she was a motherfucker. She really was. But I really believe that she wants to make amends. I think she's seen herself when the shit started airing, and I don't think she liked what she saw. And I think she's being very genuine. She looks beautiful. You know, she really does. She has her whole head weave. She had the part in the middle. And she's back to looking like the old Shantae A that I fell in love with. You know, her attitude, her look, her demeanor, everything seems to be back to the old Shantae A that I fell in love with. I don't know who that whore was from last season. She drove me absolutely bonkers last season. But on this one episode, I am so here for Shantae and seeing what she does. And I'm glad. I really am glad, because I really was a fan. And I really don't want to be where I am with like Nikki. Nikki, I don't know that I'll ever be a fan of Nikki's again. And I've still got really bad feelings with Faith and with Angie Stone. I don't know. Once I seen them in that light, it just seems like I can't get past it. Those are not the singers that I fell in love with. The people that they portrayed on the show was not the people I fell in love with. But Shantae, I'm willing to give her a chance. I really am. They actually, they went to, and she was nervous through the whole program, you know, meeting up with the girls. She didn't know how that was going to be, especially with Chrisette. You know, y'all know I love Chrisette with herself. And Chrisette was the hard one, because she really, you could tell she wanted to let it go, but it's like, you kind of hurt me, so I don't know if I should, that kind of thing. And this went on throughout the whole program. They ended up, they went to listening party for Lil Mo and her new stuff. They met her new little guy, her new fella. She done got married, child, to this little guy. He's a boxer. Funny. He really seems to me like he's like, yeah, I get paid to beat people up and this kind of thing. But I think he's actually a big cream puff, really. You know what I mean? I think he'll fuck you up if he has to. You know, I think he will fuck you up if he has to. He's just that slice of ghetto that she needs to make her happy. But I think he's probably really a big cream puff for real. But he's a cute guy. But he's a boxer. He's a professional boxer and all that. So this is a good thing. You know, he has his own money and that kind of thing. This is a good thing. So I think she's off to something good. She looks ridiculous as usual. Her hair, I was like, girl, that hair just ain't gonna be right. One side was nice. The other side looked like they was hurrying up to get done with that motherfucker. You done been here too long. They hurry up and finish that motherfucker. But I said, okay. But you know I like Mo. So Mo's another one. You know, she's a little guarded, but then as we come through it, come on down. Miss Shantae, you know, everybody just loves Miss Shantae. It just is what it is. They went on a retreat. Shantae invited them all on a retreat. They actually all went. Chrisette came later, and they did like trust building type of things. It was the same thing. They had, I think they actually went up here to Big Bear. I think they did it on either Tamar and Vince, or I think it was the Braxtons. But same kind of thing. And they did all of that, and it was really, really nice to see. First episode was good. We're off to a good start. No whole bunch of fighting, no whole bunch of arguing. Little flashbacks so you know exactly what kind of did go on. There's some shit that's going to go down. There's another girl coming. I got to research her. I don't know her per se, but they claim she claimed that she could sing. Okay. Because, you know, at the end of the program, they were showing different shit of what's to come up. And I remember hearing Chrisette say, child, she's the girl that Whitney Houston smacked, honey. So there's definitely a background story with her. What the fuck did you do that Whitney had to pimp slap you? I got to know. So I'll definitely be tuned in. But anyway, and she seems to be the problem. Or it could just be the splicing or whatever, but the bitch seems to be a problem. And I figure so. If Whitney hauled off and cold cocked her, she probably a problem. She probably a problem, but whatever. It ain't no problem because she on the right show. Because somebody on here will haul off and slap the shit out of her. So it is what it is. But she seemed to be a problem, so we're going to keep our eye on her. And I don't remember what her name was. But again, she's not going to be introduced until maybe this week or another week coming. So that's what has gone on for the first week of our R&B Divas LA. I think it's going to be good. You know, I love this franchise. So it is what it is. We're going to hang on in there with it. You all come see me on Wednesdays because that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be doing R&B Divas LA, and it's the season 3. This was the first episode. It was just a feel-good episode. All the girls have mended fences, and they're starting off running back at a nice pace. And I really was happy to see it. Very happy that Shantae is trying to turn this thing around. And I'm rooting for her. I am. I don't know why. I just got a soft spot for the whistling voice bitch, but I'm rooting for you, Shantae, girl. Please don't let me down, honey. They got some more fools. You ain't got to act a fool. So anyway, guys, thanks for clicking. Thumbs up or thumbs down. You guys know how that works. I love you guys. I will talk with you all later. Bye, guys.